There we go, fish on. There we go, y'all. There's a bite. That's a good fish, guys. Oh my gosh. What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another video. Welcome back to beautiful Pensacola, Florida, where today we are running a solo trip on the Mako Pro Skiff 17. I wanted to get out today just because it's been rough. Like, we've had wild temperature swings, we've had wind, we've had lots of rain this past week. So I really just want to get out and kind of hit a few spots here in the bayou just to see if anything's hanging about. Try to take something home for lunch today, y'all. Like, it's been a minute since we went home and cooked up a fish sandwich. I want a fish sandwich so bad I can taste it. Maybe with some onion rings. Oh, I don't need to get myself too excited because there's no guarantee we're gonna catch fish, but we're gonna go out and we're gonna give it a try. The other thing we're doing in today's video, you guys are always telling me, man, you gotta fish with bigger baits. You gotta fish with bigger baits. So today is the day. We're gonna go out, we're gonna purchase a crab trap as soon as we get out the Mako today. We're gonna take whatever we catch today, whether it be pinfish, fish carcasses if we do catch something for lunch, and I've got a place to deploy a blue crab trap. You're allowed to have 5 for personal use here in our area of Florida. I'm not sure about other areas, but we're gonna go out, we're gonna get us a blue crab trap so we can get some fresh bait to take out the 3 Mile Bridge. I got a couple special guests coming in over the next few days, and I really wanna make sure I've got the right bait to get them on some big fish. But for now, let's put some lines on water and some fish on the deck. Let's go. So we're starting off right here today in one of my old favorite spots. I used to fish here all the time when I was just kayak fishing, which we're going to be doing some more of here in the very near future. So used to catch a lot of little redfish, trout, stuff like that. I've caught a few keeper trout right here at this spot. So just going to toss a live shrimp out here for a couple minutes, see if we get any bites. The water level is super low. I don't know if you guys can tell over those pilings, but we are definitely dealing with a super low tide right now. So hopefully we're working on incoming tide and the water's going to be pushing in throughout the morning as we get to fish. All right, y'all, got our first little bump of the morning there. There we go, fish on. There we go, y'all. There's a fish. There we go. Oh, looky there. That's how we wanted to start the morning off, right there, y'all. That is exactly how we wanted to start, with a beautiful little keeper speckled trout. Y'all check it out right there. Look at him. Look at him. We're gonna get a measurement on him, but that dude's going home. 18.5 inches right there. That is a perfect keeper size speckled trout, and that dude is fat, y'all. That is a fat speckled trout. Doing a little drumming, so I know he's a male. Not a bad way to start the morning off at all. We're gonna be eating good today, y'all. Y'all check him out right there. What a beautiful speckled trout. Let's get this dude in the cooler. I actually did not get any ice this morning, so we're gonna put these dudes in the live well here. Now that's how you start off a morning, right? Like, I ain't mad about that at all. I saw him popping off over here. I thought it was probably just gonna be like a little menhaden or something like that, but when I put it out there, he was dead on that shrimp. So we're gonna put another one out here, see if we can get on him again. We might be on. Yeah, we are. There we are. Fish on, guys. Fish on. There we go. Another little trout. Yes, sir. I think he's another keeper, though, y'all. I think he'll be 15. I do believe he'll be 15. You're going to get the belly. Ooh, he didn't need the belly because he came off on his own. Yeah, so they do have to be 15, that line. So just so y'all can see, that's a 12 inch, so you got 13, 14, 15 is that big line right there. And he is well over 15. That's another solid speckled trout. Guys, these are falling right in the slot this morning. If I can get one more of these, we're gonna have ourselves a heck of a meal today, I'm gonna tell you right now. And I think we can get one more right here, no doubt, because they are chewing in this little spot. Let's get this dude in the live well. I think we're on again, guys. We are. Oh, that's a better fish. That is a better fish. Much better. Heck yeah, that might be a red. That's probably gonna be a red fish I'm getting. Oh, that's another speckled trout. That's our last keeper trout right there, guys. We don't need any more after that. That right there is the last one we need on the day. Now, he is definitely the skinniest one we've caught so far, but he's gonna make it lengthwise. Let's get a measurement on him here. Oh yeah, he is another perfect keeper size. Almost 16 inches. That line right there is 16 inches. 12, 13, 14, 15, and then that one's 16. He is a perfect keeper size trout. There's another one right there. I decided, I was thinking, I'm gonna put this dude back because I'm gonna try for just a little bit bigger one. Because I mean, the way they're eating in here, I think we can catch one. So I'm gonna try for just a little bit bigger one here and see what happens. We're gonna get this dude back in the water. But like I was saying, you know, that's a prime example of not being lazy when you're fishing, because when you do that, you don't catch fish. I should have tied on a 20-pound leader or 10-pound leader when we started. I left that 40 or 50-pound, whatever it was, on there. There was no difference other than the size of the leader. So that tells you right now, when you go out to fish, make sure you're using the equipment you need to be using and you're not oversized. I did a video a while back talking about what not to do when you're saltwater fishing. Don't oversize your equipment because it will lead to less fish. If you're throwing a 40-pound leader out here today trying to catch these trout, they probably ain't gonna eat it. You don't need anything that big. I mean, I was set up to catch a bull red out at 3 Mile Bridge, not trout in a canal where we were fishing that morning. Oh, there's another one right there, guys. There's another one. Oh, well. No, that my shrimp just got real nervous down there. I thought I was getting bit, but I think my shrimp was nervous. I can see my line popping around. That's another one right there. There we go. That's another fish on. Oh, that's another decent trout, guys. Trout number 4 on the day. Gonna be a little bit better one right there. Not a bad trout at all. Guys, I don't know if y'all can see, they are popping off all over the place out here right now. This one is probably gonna be our last keeper. I let that last one go because he wasn't quite big enough. This one is going to do the trick, I do believe. Yeah, this one we're gonna keep, guys. That is a nice little 17-inch speckled trout. I'll take him. So there you go, guys. That's a morning. I mean, we got lunch. We set out. I mean, I've only been on the water maybe 10, 15 minutes, something like that. So he's not happy. He's gonna go back there and hang out the live well. So we're not gonna show him right now because he's in a bad mood. And I understand, but he's in a bad mood. There we go. No, he was on it, guys, and I missed him. He was on it and I missed him. It was all my fault right there. All my fault. I'm pretty thrilled with how this morning went, though, honestly, because, you know, on a day like today, with the temperature changes we've had and just the way things have been, you just don't know. I mean, you come out here and you can hit a spot that you've hit 100 times and had a lot of success at, but that does not mean you're going to have success that day. These fish move. You know, that was one of the issues I faced when I used to kayak fish, was I would go to the same spot that I'd caught a fish before and just hung out there, like didn't move, didn't like move around. And you know, I'd go 3 or 4 trips and wouldn't catch anything and just couldn't figure it out. And then finally someone told me, they're like, well, you know, these fish move all the time, which I know, but it's just like when you find a spot where you catch a couple quality fish, it's real easy to go back to that spot again. It makes sense to you. You're like, you know what, if I caught a fish there before, I'm gonna catch a fish there again. And that's just not always the case. So it is nice to see these fish really schooled up in one of these places that I used to catch a lot of fish on my kayak. And it was just out of sheer like geography. I mean, this was close to where I launched the kayak from, so this was always the first place I'd hit, and a lot of times I'd have success here pretty early on. Put a little bit more of a lively shrimp out there and see what happens. Get his little legs kicking around and drawing some attention to himself. That's real terrible when you think about it. That's already, I think we're on, guys. I think we're already on here. We are. That's a fish on. That's gonna be the smallest fish of the day right there. Nope, he came off. Yeah, it's the smallest fish of the day. All right, it's a shrimp. Oh, that's a bigger fish, man. Oh my gosh, guys, that was probably a redfish right there. That was 100% probably a decent redfish. Guys, he smoked that. Another thing a lot of you guys have asked, and this is a good time to answer. Several people have asked me if my shellfish allergy affects me handling shrimp, and it really doesn't, surprisingly. Now, my buddy Jerry has got a shellfish allergy, and his definitely causes his hands to break out. Mine does not, but I've got a pretty mild allergy. It just kind of gives me a scratchy throat, but I am at least able to handle shrimp, put them on my hook. I've never really had like an open wound on my hand and handled them, so I don't know what that would do. But to answer that question that some of you ask, I can still handle shrimp even with my shellfish allergy. Just obviously don't want to put my hands in my mouth afterwards. That's probably not a good idea whatsoever. There's a bite. That's a good fish, guys. Oh my gosh. There we go, fish on. Got him. Got him that time. Another solid trout. Man, we are just on a trout bite today, guys. There's nothing else to say other than we are just on a solid. That might be the biggest fish of the day right there. That will probably be a 20-inch trout. He's gonna be right there at 18 inches. Nice fish. Y'all check that out. Another 18-inch spotted sea trout, speckled trout, lots of different names for him. He's drumming away. But man, what a pretty fish. Let's get this dude back in the water. Thank you, buddy. Thank you so much. There we go, fish on, baby. There's another one. That's gonna be the smallest one of the day. But still, and just so y'all know, I'm not wrapping braid. That's all mono right there that I'm wrapping. That's gonna be the smallest one of the day, but that's still Troutski number 7. That's trout number 7 on the day right there, y'all. I'll take it all day, every day. Let's get this dude back in the water. See you, friend. Still on it. He's still on it. There he is. I got him that time. There he is, fish on. He came back for it. Man, there must just be thousands of trout in here, guys. To be catching this many, there must just be thousands of trout down there. Now, we are in a few smaller ones, but that's okay because we got the ones we need for supper here, so calm yourself. I caught this one while the third-person battery was dead, so we'll just have to show them to you like that. Another little pretty speckled trout. Probably still 12, 13-inch fish, but let's get him back. See you, buddy. All right, so we bounced around all over the place this morning. Ended up running out of live shrimp, so I came back to where we started at. The bay got a little choppy. The wind has really picked up throughout the day, which I knew it was going to. There was no question about that. I did go ahead and tie on just a little swim bait. Just gonna toss around these pilings a little bit where we caught those trout at this morning, just to see if there's anything else hanging about. You know, we already got enough in the cooler, so not worried about that, but just, it's hard to leave a good day of fishing. And we caught fish here this morning, so that makes it really tough. And then I'm sure we'll fish our way back to the dock as well, but I didn't want to pass this spot up before we at least threw a line in the water. Y'all understand. If you fishing, oh, look at that. There we go. Look at there, y'all. Look at there. There we go. Is this, man, look at this. Guys, that's gonna be the biggest trout we've caught all freaking day. Tell me this was not a good decision to stop back at this spot. Are you flipping kidding me right now? That's gonna be the biggest trout we caught all day, y'all. No question, it's gonna be the biggest trout we caught all day. Y'all, that is a 19-inch speckled trout right there. A fatty, a fatty. Y'all check it out. I am gonna go ahead and I'm gonna cull out one in the back because I do have a couple in there that I think are female that are pretty full. This dude's croaking, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and swap him out for one of the ones in the back. Let's freaking go, baby. Man, if I hadn't left this spot this morning, we might be like 20 or 30 fish in, y'all. It's funny because I know you're not supposed to leave fish to find fish, but my thought process this morning was I'd already caught enough trout to fill the box. or my limit at least. I'm the only one out here today, so I can only keep 3. And I was like, I'm gonna go out and just see if I can get a big bull red or something like that out in the bay. And I took a shot at it, but all I had was those live shrimp. And like I told you guys in the intro, my main goal today was to get some fish carcasses to put in that crab trap, because I really want to. Oh, look at that. I got hit and they stole my tail. Those little jerks. It's all right, I got another lure I can tie on. But I really wanted to get lunch, which we have 100% done. We've got enough trout in there to make some fish sandwiches today. I'm telling y'all that right now. And also, throwing this in the boat, not out of the boat. And also, we now have some carcasses to put in our crab trap. So I think we're gonna wrap this up. I'm gonna toss 1 or 2 more around. If we catch another fish, I'll show it to you guys. But I think we're gonna wrap this up. I'm gonna fish my way back to the dock, because I always do that along these pilings just to see if there's anything out here. But we're gonna head back to the house. We're gonna cook this trout up for lunch, and then we're gonna drop our crab trap and try to catch some big blue crabs for bait. And you know what? We might even do a catch and cook on a blue crab, because the PYT can eat shellfish. And I've heard a lot of people say that those blue crabs are good to eat. So if y'all wanna see us do that, go ahead and drop a comment down below. But we're gonna make a couple more casts, and we're gonna fish our way back to the dock, and then we're gonna call it a day. All right, y'all, and I never make my way back in without hitting these pilings right here, because I always feels like there's a chance that you might find a fish in this little area right here for sure, because I've caught so many. So while we're making our way back to the boat dock, we are going to definitely hit this up right here just to see if there's anything hanging about. All right, y'all, before we head to the house and clean these fish up, we're gonna step into Outcast Bait and Tackle. Outcast is literally like, I ride my bike here. It's like less than a half mile from my house. So we're gonna run in here, grab a crab trap real quick, then we'll go get the fish cleaned up and cook it up. All right. That sounded really bad. That sounded like there was gonna be a wreck. So whether we're doing it for bait, look, our favorite Outcast employee, you're not gonna stop and talk? You're just gonna be like, you just walk right by me?
Talk to me.
Yeah, we're gonna start doing blue crabs. Any suggestions? Any professional advice on how to catch blue crabs?
Go get some chicken.
No, I want to use fish carcasses.
We're gonna use fish carcasses.
Look, there ain't a piece of chicken made it past my table in a long time, bro. I don't know what you're talking about. We'll see ya. All right, guys, let's go back to the house, put some fish carcasses in this, see if we can't catch us some crabs. Let's go. All right, y'all, made it back to the house. We cleaned the trout up off camera. You guys have seen me clean trout a dozen times. There was no point in doing that. We got all of our fish breaded up and ready to go. We're gonna go ahead and lay it down in a basket here. We about to have some fish sandwiches. Got the PYT back behind the camera with us. Gonna do some work. Let's get it in there and see what happens.
Work, 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 work.
Ooh, sizzle, sizzle. I've been wanting to get into some fresh fish for a minute. Y'all know that. I am so stoked. We got us some onion rings about ready to throw down. I don't know what it is about a good fish sandwich. Like I'm not like, this is nothing fancy, all right? If you're here for like a big fancy cooking, that ain't what we're about to do. We're gonna take these. One day we will. We're gonna, yeah, we do sometimes, but this ain't it. Like, we got some white bread, we got some ketchup, and we got some onion rings, and we got some fresh trout, and we're about to throw down, because I'm just gonna eat a straight up old fish sandwich, fried up. Oh, the fat kid in me is breathing heavy, y'all. He's breathing heavy, I'm telling you. Ooh, ho, 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 y'all, it is about to go down for real. Like, look, that's a fish sandwich right there. That is a fish sandwich. I am so stoked. Like, you have no idea how good this is fixing to be, PYT. Y'all, got the onion rings, got the fried fish, got the white. This is a broke man meal right here. If you ain't never sit down and just ate a fried fish sandwich with some ketchup and some onion rings that you just caught, like, I ain't got a watch on, but like 2 hours ago, we pulled this fish out of the water. Gonna put some ketchup on it, put some ketchup over here for our onion rings. We're gonna let the PYT eat too, don't y'all worry, but your boy's been craving a fish sandwich, something terrible, and today's the day. Man, smack your mama. Golly, that was good. When you eat a fish sandwich, make you smack yourself to make sure you ain't dreaming, you know you're having a good day. PYT, you need to get down on this. Wow.
I got a mouthful.
That's exactly what I'm going to show them too. Look, the PYT's trying to get camera ready. She don't know I'm already rolling. Everybody that's
I have a mouthful of some onion rings already. I'm going to tell you what. I need no ketchup on no fish.
I'll tell you what.
Tell you what, avocado ranch, baby. I've been addicted to this stuff. Gina actually, I went to her house when we filmed the, what was it, the Cumberlands video. Look how pretty that looks too.
That is way too much. Are you not even gonna eat bread?
Yes. No, I don't put bread in my fish.
What?
I don't
How you
care
gonna
about-
have a fish sandwich if you don't eat bread?
Because I don't want a fish sandwich. And I don't like it with white bread. See, where's that fork at?
You're too high class for me sometimes. You need to get out on Mountain Eugene's level.
Dude, you got not to like highlight Taco Bell. That's really good.
You like the fish? Is it A+? Fresh out the bayou, baby. All right, so I'm really not exactly sure how you're supposed to do this. So we're gonna take one of these carcasses and kind of stuff it down in here like this. I don't know if this is the right way. If you guys know the proper way to bait a crab trap, leave a comment down below. But we're gonna put one in there, and then we're gonna open this one, and we're gonna put the other one down in the bottom of it. Again, not sure that this is right or wrong. It's just how we're doing it. I am assuming you want to put it in the middle, because if you put it, if it's on the sides, they'll never go in there. They'll just eat it through it. So that's it. We're gonna put that in there, and then our neighbor is kind enough to let us drop it right off the dock. I did get my numbers. As I was telling you guys earlier, you do have to register your crab traps. Now, it's free for the first 5. You can have 5 like just personal crab traps, and it's free. Super simple. If you've already got a license with FWC, you literally just click a button and it says like you're purchasing a new license, but the cost is 0. So if you're only doing 5, then they give you the number. Obviously, we're only gonna do the 1 trap. We're not trying to, you know, commercial crab trap or anything like that. We're just out here trying to catch some bait. So we're gonna take this over here, drop it off the dock, and then we'll just have to see what happens. All right, guys, so as I've told you guys before, we have a great relationship with our neighbor across the street who owns this marina. And he was more than happy to let me come over and drop this crab trap out here. So pretty stoked to have it this close to the house. But we're gonna, actually I'm gonna drop it on, no, I'm gonna drop it on this side just so I can tie it off. So we're gonna drop it in the water. All right, it is down in there. We got our numbers on. I'm gonna put this through here. And we use a little redneck ingenuity. And the only reason I'm showing you guys the backside of this is because it's got my name, address, and all that on it. So not trying to show everybody out in the YouTube world that. But I took my vacuum sealer that I vacuum seal my fish with when I catch it and put it in the freezer. And that's what we ended up doing to make this waterproof. So that worked out really, really well. Gonna take that down to about right there. Just gonna tie one little loop in it to keep it from being in the water. There we go. We got a crab trap in the water, baited. I've wanted one of these for a long time, so it's really cool to finally have one. We'll come out and check it over the course of the next couple days and see if we got anything in there. I'm wondering if this will work for like bigger pinfish too. I'm assuming that it probably will, but we'll just have to kind of see what happens. Guys, that's all I got for you today. I truly appreciate y'all tuning into this video. Had a great time out there fishing this morning. Had a great lunch. Finally was able to make some fish sandwiches. Onion rings were amazing. Got our crab trap dropped. That's all we got, guys. I truly hope you guys enjoyed this, and if you did, give it a great big thumbs up. We can't wait to see y'all on the next one. Make sure you find a way to make somebody smile today. You never know, it just might change the world. Y'all take care, and we'll see you soon.